So this is a holiday for all of us. College Football 26 is out for the masses. Didn't know if we'd be playing this game as early as we got to, but myself and Kaiden Smith, Kato, as you know, producer of the Hard Count, dude, we struck gold yesterday. Couple of College Football 26 codes just, by the grace of God, fell in our lap, brother. We got to play that thing yesterday, both of us, man. So it was, I want to hear your thoughts on this, but it was, the first thing, it was nostalgic, dude. It was special to be able to play that game again, was it not? Like, that was my first thought, is like, we're back. The drum line is rolling. I'm changing my uniforms, my playbooks. Like, we're back. That was hit a nostalgia, Cato. What did you think about that?
I think the we're back part of it is definitely big. Like, it's like you had a void in your life that you didn't realize was there until college football 26 filled that void. Like, it felt like football season was back. It felt like week 1 was right around the corner. I know myself personally, when I opened the game up, Clemson versus LSU immediately. Like, I just had to get a feel for what week 1 is going to be like. And I think, again, the beauty in the game, we can talk about the graphics look great and all the little things and the music and all the intricacies of it that they really figured out. I think the best advantage of not just playing it at this time and playing it early as well, especially, is just getting your hands on those rosters that we haven't been able to kind of see, and we have to visualize the entire offseason. Like, finally getting to see the ratings matched up with the players that kind of give you an idea of what a team's going to look like, or a offense or a defense is going to look like during this season. It just gets you excited, had me fired up for sure, and just it setting the table for college football season. I think it filled a void, and it makes the season being right around the corner actually feel warranted and real.
Dude, it was crazy that we even got to play yesterday, just based on our own personal story arcs. We were kind of in the same boat. Like, we both needed to get a new console to play the game. And so we're both having this conversation of like, dude, this PS5s aren't cheap these days. They're not handing those out for any low price point. So we're like, okay, when are we going to get that? At some point, we probably want to get that. But the other day, like 4 o'clock-ish in the office, get a nice little Slack message. Hey, got a couple of codes we can give away for College Football 26. Like this if you're interested, from one of our coworkers. So you and I are like, yeah, bet, we're in. Like, we'll shoot our shot a little bit. Ends up being a group of 3 people getting to draw straws via ChatGPT for 2 codes. And, I mean, again, by the grace of God, 2 codes for the boys. And so we're sitting there with codes like, all right, well, I guess we got to get systems. And you and I both respectively pull the trigger on a system. Wallets don't feel great because of it, but like just the build up to actually, starting that day yesterday to then getting the codes to now being able to play the game and having it out for everybody today. It was something out of a movie, Cato.
Yeah, it was impulsive. It was impulsive for sure. I had a roommate situation before. There was a console there. I bought the game, so that existed for a little bit, and now both are gone. So I was very excited for this game. Don't have a console, don't have the game. Knew we had SEC Media Days coming next week, so I was like, okay, maybe we'll hold off. Don't know how much we'll be able to even play once it drops, having to prepare for that and be there for the week. So it was kind of like lukewarm, going to feel it out, see when I was going to eventually probably pull the trigger on both. Did not wake up yesterday thinking that we would do that, but when you get the game dropped on you and you don't have the system, you have to make up for it. So I feel like it was a fun impulse buy, like you mentioned. Wallets are a little bit hurt from it, but we're adults now. We have adult money. We don't have to worry about those kind of things as much as we used to when we were kids, I guess.
That was the crazy thing, is being an adult playing the game. When I played College Football 25, I wasn't totally immersed in it. Like, getting to actually sit in my living room playing the new edition of the game, I was like, dude, I haven't sat down like this, like truly like this, to know I'm about to actually play a video game for an indefinite amount of time. It was like we're stepping into a time machine, dude. So the nostalgia hit was special. I want to hear your experience. I played with South Carolina because I was like, I want to see what Lenore Sellers is about. I want to see what this playbook is about. I want to see how fast Nicholas Harbor is. The tradition in itself was sick. How they set up Willie B. You got a sandstorm when you enter in. You got the towels in Willie B, as they have been known to have. So like all the collegeness of what I think Brandon Walker tweeted out about it. The collegeness of the game feels pretty accurate. So I loved that part of it. Dude, the game's hard. Like, I haven't really dialed in a minute here. I still have a lot to go when it comes to actually playing this game. I did South Carolina and Delaware, got 3 quarters in. It was midnight. Baby girl started crying, had to go tend to her. We were beating Delaware by a score, so if that gives you any confidence. But I was like, dude, I might kind of suck at this game. If I played any Power 4 team, I might get worked on Heisman mode. It's tough, dude. I got to put in some hours to get good at this thing.
Yeah, I felt the same way. I played the previous game a lot. Like, I don't want to talk about how many years into my dynasty I got into, but let's just say the 2030s, Kaiden Smith went from App State to Texas, like had a whole coaching journey on that game, but I hadn't played for a very long time. And I kind of felt the same way you did. When I played the game, it's obviously super exciting as the game opens and just that new game feel when it's like, okay, all you're looking at all the little things that are different from last year. You're getting the new entrances. I told you before, did the Death Valley, Clemson versus LSU, watching Dabo run down the hill. Like it was extremely exciting and hype. But then you play the game and you haven't played in a while and you might not be what you used to. And I was like, this isn't hitting as much from me being good at the game as I remember. So I feel like I had that same feeling as you did. And I feel like from the articles and some of the stuff you were seeing coming out of the rollout for the game, they were making certain aspects of the game more realistic, which means a little bit more difficult. So I feel like the combination of both of us not playing for a while from the 25 game versus playing this 26 game, a little bit of a learning curve. I think the more hours we put in, the better we'll get. We'll see how many hours we get in just based on adult life. And obviously you having a little one now might be a little bit more tricky. But I think at the end of the day, it's all going to be about how much time people like us who are a little bit more casual in the video game space put time into it. Because I have a former teammate, Darrington Evans, who plays for the Buffalo Bills right now, who's a streamer. Like he plays the game all the time. And watching him play at a much higher level than either of us probably ever will. But he was playing the last game up until the new one came out. Like he was making videos, this will be the last time I played 25 until playing 26. And obviously a person like that doesn't skip a beat. So the gamers, there's probably people you can go to that can give you a lot more detailed of a breakdown of the ins and outs and what's different and that high level. But for the casuals like us, definitely just fun to see the little new nuances. I started a little bit of a dynasty. You have a lot more outfits you can drip your coach out in, which is nice. Recruiting's a little bit different. So there's a bunch of little things in the different game modes I can't wait to unpack. But I think, like you said before, more hours we put in, the better we'll get for sure here in the future.
It would, like the dynamic passing of it all, playing the ball in the air. No, that's a big thing. You have to actually turn and like try and intercept the ball. If you're a DB, you can't just like play through the hands. It feels like they're really trying to dial in the lifelikeness of it, which is awesome, but it also requires a good amount more, I'd have to believe, of commitment. But it's going to be fun, dude. I want to say one more thing before we rock and roll, and I want to get your final take. There was a part of me as I'm playing that game, it's like it's midnight, did the whole sign up for EA account thing, and I'm getting like, into this game a little bit. My wife's asleep in the other room with our baby, and I'm like, I'm about to be 29 years old. Is this my life? Like, am I that guy? And if I am, that's fine, but I'm still sitting with the idea of being like video game guy, because I never played any other video games. It was just NCAA when it was out. And then when it wasn't out anymore, I was like, well, okay, I guess got some more hours on my hands. Now that I'm a grown man with a family, I'm like, I gotta work my way into this thing if this is going to be my lot in life. Very, very bizarre. Very, very. I loved the game. It was awesome. I have nothing but good things to say about the game. It's just it's a new but familiar feel. You know what I'm saying? New context, familiar feel. Take a second.
Yeah, it feels like a little bit of a watershed moment for you for sure. I think that when you're a grown man playing video games, it's good to take a step back and give yourself some perspective for sure. I think at the end of the day, you and me, we can say this is for work.
Legit.
We could play every single game of week one and justify it and make us feel better about the game playing we did and can translate over to work. So I think that's a little bit more of an excuse, but it's a great hobby. It's taken off. I know for you and me personally, I know I joked previously with the roommate I have that we called the PS5 just the college football 25 machine. Like that's the only reason we got legit. It was to play that game. And it's a little ridiculous to do that, but it's ridiculous how long this game was gone and how important I think it is now to the players and just year after year, the cycle of college football. I think it's really going to be a bigger and bigger deal year after year. So it's an exciting thing. I think you shouldn't have many moments that strip the excitement away from you. It's nice for a reality check
Yeah.
every now and then, but you never know. A couple of years down the line, maybe the little one, you're playing some family-friendly games. There's some things down the line where hopefully the long-term investment pays off, and the time you spend playing the game pays off for our show, our audience, and everything beyond. So don't be hard on yourself, man.
Well, I needed that. I think I needed that a little bit, just coming off of the first experience back. So that's good to hear, man. But yeah, nothing else. It's a good study tool. Learn a little about the rosters, learn about some other teams maybe we haven't done as much work on. It'll be a content tool and a study tool if nothing else. But man, I'm excited for media days next week, bro. That's going to be a blast.